Tatum is now the all-time Celtics leader for most points in a Game 7. He just scored 51 points in Game 7 of the 76ers Celtics series. Holy shit, wow. The Celtics really just kind of let go of the rope. I took some notes, but it's really not that many. It looks like more than it is, because after really the first quarter, it kind of was all Celtics. First quarter came out, the Sixers came out strong. Harden had a strong first quarter. He was really creating and passing, and he got Maxey a couple open looks from the corner three. PJ Tucker hit some shots and was doing well. He had the 11 points in the first quarter, which is pretty freaking good. But the other thing is that's kind of all it was. Jayson Tatum was constantly getting to the cup, and right off rip, Al Horford was playing Embiid very well one-on-one. He started off 2 for 6 with those 2 points being transition buckets. So it was tough. Embiid had some good defense in the first quarter. He was looking like he might have an MVP type performance. I certainly was beginning to think so. Like, oh, is this where Embiid starts going? And he just never did. It was all kind of Horford. They were triple teaming him, so like it's not like he was doing the wrong thing. He was passing out of the triple team, right? And because of that, he just kind of started getting pushed further and further away from the basket. So the only shots he was taking was not these post looks, but these like these jump shot fadeaways that he's doing, from the free throw line, or he's taking threes or longish twos, and all because one-on-one, Al Horford was getting a hand up. He was missing those shots because Horford is freaking tall and he's smart. He's not fouling in stupid ways. And plus, Robert Williams could contribute when Horford was off the floor, so he never got an easy matchup. Plus, sometimes they were playing them together and just pushing him, so he's just struggling to deal with that kind of physicality. And then on the flip side of that, James Harden was constantly turning the ball over. I'll double check precisely what he ended with, but he ended with, I think, 6 turnovers. Five turnovers, 9 points, 6 rebounds, 7 assists, 3 for 11. Only got to the free throw line once and turned the ball over 5 times. Like I think the free throw line once is really what was bad, because he was kind of constantly just running into people, trying to do the little hook and like the old vet hook and then like shoot, and it never really worked. And really what changed the momentum of his game was the flagrant foul that he committed on Jayson Tatum, on Jaylen Brown, where he is again acting like he got fouled, and then elbows Jaylen Brown in the face, blood everywhere, and it was just a total mess. And I had it written down right here, Harden really was trying to draw fouls, like all early game. He just was trying to draw fouls, and that wasn't really something that was going to work for him this game. They were letting people play quite a lot. But even despite that, at times the game felt like slow because there were so many foul calls. But it was just not Harden that was getting them, because he wasn't actually doing anything to truly create the contact. He was just doing the underhook move, which they really didn't call. As far as Jayson Tatum goes, Jayson Tatum was what? He had this amazing, not a brilliant first quarter, but he had a good start to his game. He was getting to the cup. He hit a couple of shots. And in the second quarter was where it really picked up, where the pick and roll between him and Robert Williams was totally unstoppable. And at first they were, pressuring Tatum and forcing him to make the pass, which he kind of did every time. And then after they stopped sagging off of Robert Williams, he just finished all over the 76ers team, like all over their face, their ass, pause, hold up, sorry. It was bad. And Jayson Tatum fucking sunned these kids, and it just never got better. He had 38 through 3 quarters. Not even like through the full third quarter. It was 38 points with 6 minutes and 40 seconds left in the third. That's crazy. He just did not stop. And really, the 76ers just never hit those open threes. Like, they weren't getting into the paint, really. And I feel like a lot of this blame lies on Harden. Like, he never created a perimeter advantage for them. And I understand that his perimeter advantage needed to mitigate, what Jayson Tatum and Jaylen Brown were giving you in games where both had very good games. But you can't be doing that half-ass shit in a game 7. You can't be. You gotta make the play. And if the fouls come with it because you're being aggressive, that's where the fouls are going to come. And I just don't understand. Why he did the things he was doing. He looked disinterested at times. Like, if he wasn't getting fouled, he didn't want to play the game. And for what it's worth, the Celtics didn't foul him. They just were playing good defense. The credit to the 76ers. I am interested in looking to the Celtics matchup with the Heat. I think they are probably favored to go into that series. I understand that the Heat are the 8th seed, so they're not favored in any of these series. But I feel like in this time, it's going to catch up to them that they don't have another shot creator. I think so. I think it's finally going to happen, right? Because Jimmy Butler's going to have to deal with defense from, the entire Celtics roster, right? Like, Tatum's good, Brown's good, Kobe White's solid, Marcus Smart is good. They've got Al Horford, who can definitely give them a different look, a different body that Jimmy Butler's going to have to figure out, and that's part of what makes their defense so dangerous. And I think it's finally going to catch up with them. They've got the bodies to throw at Bam. Marcus Smart can run around screens really well and do all the annoying things. And I think it's finally going to catch up to the Heat. Maybe they continue to surprise us. I mean, I certainly thought their luck had run out when they lost to freaking Atlanta Hawks in round 1 of the play-in. Like, come on. I was like, this team just looks like crap. They're going to have to do some major thinking over the off season. And I still think they do. I think regardless of what happens the rest of the run, even if they win the title, which I don't think is going to happen, but this roster needs upgrades. No matter what, this roster needs upgrades. But kudos to them for the amazing run they've had. I don't think it's going to be easy for the Celtics. I don't think it's going to be easy at all. But yeah, and I guess I'll talk about out west briefly. The Lakers and Nuggets are shit. I don't know what's gonna happen. I have no clue about these teams. I feel like the Nuggets haven't played like a real team so far, and I feel like the Lakers. I mean, the Lakers are just. I feel like I need to see it, but to believe it. But like my gut is telling me that they're gonna win, but like my brain and heart kind of telling me like it's the Nuggets, like they're gonna make it to the finals finally, because I mean they just look so good. But how much of it is the competition being bad, and how much of them is it of them just being like a really well put together team? I don't know. But thank you so much for watching this video. Please subscribe. I'm trying to upload as often as possible, and I have been uploading consistently for a year now. So I'm not going away. I'm moving in a couple months, but I'm not going away from YouTube. No. So thank you. Subscribe, like, makes more people watch the video, and therefore grows my channel, which I want. So if you want people to roast in the comments for stupid opinions, like the video. That's an analogous thing, right?